According to the prosecutors that, of course, are taking Donald Trump on in the criminal trial in Manhattan, the former president, as of at least Thursday morning, had violated the gag order against him 7 times since Monday. Since the trial began, Donald Trump violated the gag order. They said they've documented 7 times. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday morning, 3.5-ish days, 7 violations of the gag order. Which, of course, you do the quick math, that amounts to at least 2 gag order violations per day last week. And here's the thing. That was just from Monday, they said. Let's not forget that this past weekend, before we even got to Monday, Donald Trump had violated the gag order at least 3 times over the weekend, attacking the potential witnesses against him. Prior to that, he had violated it, by my count, at least 7 times when he was going after the judge's daughter. He was going after the judge's wife. He was once again attacking potential witnesses. So we're talking about gag order violations that by the time we get to the hearing on Tuesday, which is when the judge is going to hear arguments about the gag order violations, we're talking about double digits at that point. So here's the thing. Donald Trump, Tuesday, Mershon has set the hearing. They're going to hear from the prosecutors about how many times Trump has violated it, what he's done to violate it. His lawyers are going to go in there and say, hey, he hasn't really done anything because he was just reposting what other people said. In fact, that's actually what they said. They said that the social media posts where he's violated the gag order, they said they do not establish any willful violations because he's just reposting what other people said. But they know that that's not how it works. Trump doesn't have to be the one to say it. If he is the one who shares it in the eyes of the law, that is the same as him saying it, because he is saying it, even if it's another person's voice, from his social media account. Therefore, yes, that does constitute a violation of the gag order. The law is crystal clear on that. So they're not going to get out of this. But the question becomes, what is Judge Mershon going to do about this? Initially, the prosecutors had asked him, this was Monday, the first day of the trial, they said, fine him $3,000. Just $3,000, right? For all of the violations he had had up to that point. That was ridiculous. That is a ridiculous ask. But then later in the week, they said, hey, Judge, if he continues to do it, throw him in jail for 30 days. Okay, that's a little more harsh, right? And at the time, I didn't think the judge would do that. I thought, of course, the judge is obviously going to go with the $3,000 fine. But then what happened throughout the rest of the week, not necessarily with his gag order violations, but on Tuesday, of course, we had the issue of Trump muttering at one of the jurors. Yeah, that's a giant no-no. He got in trouble with the judge for that. We had the media continue to dox the jurors. We had a massive ruling against Donald Trump in terms of the witnesses that will be called at the trial. So the judge lost patience with Donald Trump throughout the week, and it got worse as the week went on. So as we go into this week and as we approach that hearing on Tuesday, please understand that you've got a judge who right now is super pissed at Donald Trump. That's not going to work out well for Donald Trump, most likely. Now, the judge can't let his personal feelings or his personal opinions interfere with his rulings. That's true. But at the same time, he has the authority to do something about this. And given the seriousness and the frequency of Donald Trump's violations, it would not surprise me at all if the judge decides to finally set an example and possibly throw this guy in jail. Don't get your hopes up, but it could happen.